thought of that. With the Pledge of Allegiance. Where's my mute? This one, right? All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to welcome everybody to the July 13th, 2021 Commissioners Conference. Any unfinished business or correspondence? Excellent. All right, next on the agenda, looking for a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting dated June 22nd, 2021 as presented.
So, second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Mattson?
Yes.
Mr. Bullard?
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion to approve invoices in the amount of $893,520.11 for the period June 23rd through July 13th, 2021.
So moved. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Mattson?
Yes.
Mr. Bullard?
Yes.
Mr.
Yeah.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion to approve pending invoices in the amount of $795,585.28.
So moved. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Mattson?
Yes.
Mr. Bullard?
Yes.
Mr. Mattson?
Motion carries. Everyone have an agenda? We're good? Okay. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion that the actual gross payroll in the amount of $273,141.91 be approved for payment for the period June 6th through June 19th, 2021.
So, second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Mattson?
Yes.
Mr. Bullard?
Yes.
Mr. Mattson?
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion that the actual gross payroll in the amount of $257,744.51 be approved for payment for the period June 20th through July 3rd, 2021.
So, second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for vote.
Mr. Mattson?
Yes.
Mr. Bullard?
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion that the tentative gross payroll in the amount of $258,800 be approved for payment for the period July 4th through July 17th, 2021.
So moved. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Mattson?
Yes.
Mr. Bullard?
Yes. Yeah.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion to award the general construction contract for the Jefferson Place first floor office fit out to the low bidder, Midstate Construction Incorporated, in the amount of $314,204. This award is contingent upon the contractor fulfilling all contract requirements.
So moved. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Mattson?
Yes.
Mr. Bullard?
Yes.
Mr. Mattson?
Yeah.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion to award the HVAC construction contract for Jefferson Place first floor office fit out to the low bidder, Stallion Mechanical, in the amount of $111,075. This award is contingent upon the contractor fulfilling all contract requirements.
So moved. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Mattson?
Yes.
Mr. Bullard?
Yes.
Mr. Mattson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion to award the plumbing construction contract for the Jefferson Place first floor office fit out to the low bidder, Fred L. Burns Incorporated, in the amount of $58,500. This award is contingent upon the contractor fulfilling all contract requirements.
So, second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Mattson?
Yes.
Mr. Fuller?
Yes.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, looking for a motion to award the electrical construction contract for the Jefferson Place first floor office fit out to the low bidder Hallstrom Clark Electric Incorporated in the amount of $197,300. This award is contingent upon the contractor fulfilling all contract requirements.
So,
Second.
second. We'll get him, Jeffrey.
Properly moved and seconded a couple different times, so. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for vote.
Mr. Mattson?
Yes.
Mr. Fuller?
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Pass this, do this pretty fast. A couple of announcements. Commission meeting is July 27th, 2021 at 10:30 a.m. In this room, and followed by the jail board meeting on July 27th, 2021 at 12 p.m. in this room. I'd like to open the floor to public comments at this time. Anyone? Comment, or the public, wish to make a comment?
Well, being the only public member, I think I will make one comment. I won't be here for your last meeting, Jack. Yeah, for the public, thanks for your service to the county. We appreciate it.
Thank you, David. Anyone else? Tracy?
I have just a few things I
Oh,
want.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right.
It's kind of blowing through the agenda.
No problem. Just wanted to let you gentlemen know, the federal government's notified us through FEMA that the Emergency Management Performance Grant funding protocols has changed, that the state either had to come up with a competitive grant or a formula-based grant due to decreased funding from the federal government. What that is, or what we call the EMPG funding, is the funding that the county receives to pay for 50% of the salaries and benefits for the emergency management positions for the county. And the county's mandated to meet the other 50% match. FEMA has opted to go with a formula-based approach, which a portion of that is based on population. So over the next 2 years, the county is going to be receiving less funding, but we still have to meet that 50% match. Last year and this year, the amount that we'll be getting is $74,525. This year, however, the state's kicking in a little under $16,000 the American Rescue funding to bring up that same amount, and that's a one-time allocation. In 2022, it is estimated we'll get $52,666, which is a decrease of just under $22,000, and 2023, $48,160, which is a decrease from the year before of $4,500. So basically from now until 2023, we're going to see a decrease in funding of just over $26,000. So we're going to be taking a look at this and explore all the options to overcome this decrease in funding, but still be able to meet all the requirements that we have to under the emergency management grant. So. And just a quick update on COVID. June, we ended the month with 16, and July, to date, new cases is 1. So our efforts did pay off. It is working. Vaccinations are still ongoing from the different providers. I'm a little hesitant to give you these numbers because I know they'll change. But as of this morning, they're showing that 16,313 were fully vaccinated within the county. The end of June, it showed 16,576. But it came out Monday that the Department of Health has overcounted COVID-19 vaccines by over 500,000, different reasons. So there again, the numbers are, what they've been the whole time around. Just, very confusing. We've questioned that, the whole way through about the different numbers, not only on the vaccines, but the cases and so forth. So even though our official response is closed out, we are still continuing to monitor that and monitor any of the variants that come out, just to be prepared so if something else transpires, we're ready to go.
Tracy, are they keeping track of the Delta variant separately, or regionally?
They have not reported anything, differently. I believe that's all kept with the same, the COVID, numbers that they're reporting. But there again, those numbers too are a little skewed is in our opinion, because, what they're providing to us and then they'll provide to the media sometimes is different. So, and again, nothing's changed since day one of that. So. But we're definitely keeping our eye on, in case something does change.
You're rolling with that question that Jack had there. Is there any of those cases in Jefferson County, or is that?
Not that we're aware of. Like I said, they're only showing them as COVID cases, so they're not breaking them down as far as the Delta or the different other variants that are out there. So, so there again, we're kind of at a loss too, with the different things going on. But I will say that, like I said, something is definitely working out there for sure with the vaccines. If we're only showing one now, and we're in the 11th day of the month. So June cases were the least amount of cases that we had from a year in June, and then again July, with just the one so far. So we're in the right direction.
So June of 2020 was fairly low cases.
It was 15 at that point.
Okay.
And then it went up from that point on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Tracy.
And that's all I've got.
All right. Chris, Jamie, anything you'd like to add? All right. Questions, comments from the press?
That general construction, the low bid, that mid-state, is that who did the roof on the building too? Is that the same company?
That's for the first one.
Yeah.
Or these are the first.
I know, but is the one that got the general construction, is that the same company that did the roof?
I don't think we did this roof. Did the roof at the jail, right?
Oh, I thought they did the roof in this one.
Yeah, we haven't done the roof in this one. Yeah,
Yeah, I could tell you last time.
Oh, okay.
yeah, we did rework the roof in the jail. That wasn't instant, I don't believe.
That was not much better than- Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything for you, Larry?
I mean, don't really understand how this replacing a county commissioner thing works, because I don't ever remember it happening, so how does that work?
I mean,
Is it like a council person leaving or something like that, or people just show that they're interested, or?
well, I believe, and Herb, you can fill in the blanks if I screw this up. So, since I'm a Republican, the Republican Committee of Jefferson County, their group appoints or puts a slate of names to our president judge, John Foradora, then he picks from those slate of names. And how the Republican Club or Republican Committee of Jefferson County is working is they allow people to throw their hat in the ring, so to speak, let them know that they are interested in, and they have 5 minutes tomorrow night to make their case in front of the committee, and then from that, they will throw a slate of names to the judge, and the judge has an option of voting one of them up or sending them all back for another vote, is the way I believe it works. Did I miss anything, Commissioner?
Basically, you hit it right on the head. So there was 14 candidates originally that had sent a letter of intent in, and yet tomorrow night now, they'll all be given a chance, and if they answer a few questions, the committee will vote, and those top 3 names will go to the judge, and then it's up to the judge to decide yes, no, or let's do it again. So
So they decided they're gonna send 3 to the judge, 3 names.
that's what.
Okay. All right.
But by legally, let's tell him,
Yeah.
the law is he can appoint anybody that he so chooses.
Is that
That's
right?
the law.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
As long as it's of the same party.
Yeah.
As the vacancy, that was my understanding.
He could appoint a Democrat if he
Appoints
wanted.
anybody that he feels qualified.
You always have to have a third person already before you have a meeting or that, or can you have meetings with just?
You only need two as a quorum. Yeah, two is a
Two for
quorum.
the quorum,
Yeah,
right.
two for a quorum. Because we've run a handful of meetings in the last 6 years with just two people.
Right.
Just a small handful. But yeah, you only need two for a quorum and
That's what I figured, but I wasn't sure. This is all kind of new. so
Yeah.
We're like, I can't remember this ever happening, so.
Well, Karen tells us today, it was never happened, or
Not much, I mean,
how many years is that?
too many.
Just trying to get me to tell my age.
any other questions, comments from the press?
The person that's appointed, they just go to the end of your term, right?
Yes,
And when does your term end?
2022. So you've run for 20, next slate of candidates would run in 22 for the office in 23. Is that right? I missed a year there.
They run in 23.
23.
Yeah, run in 23 to start in 24. That's right. All right. Well, without any other comments from anybody, looking for a motion that the meeting be adjourned.
So,
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any comments? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Mr. Mattson,
Yes,
Mr. Bowler.
Yes.
motion carries.
Good day.
He was saying, I love those weather reports, and I know I need them.
He doesn't ever send out the sunny ones.
I know.